The year is 849 AD. After dealing with the Viking raids in his lands, Redgar turns his gaze back to the wealthy kingdoms across the sea. Gathering his fighting men, he lands in Northumbria to face his rival, Lurpack, once more. The Saxons march to meet them in battle at the holy site of Rymans Cross.
Right, so we are playing episode game of Clash of Spears Dark Age.
Yep, so you've invaded, haven't you, then?
Yes, I've turned up in my boats.
No, I've turned out in force to repel you. So this is the Battle of Rymans Cross?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're playing a scenario where we have to seize two objectives. You've got the cross on the hill, which is Rymans Cross. I don't know what it was Ryman. It was obviously some
holy
saint.
Yeah.
So I can't let you just spoil that.
He's buried there.
Yeah. And he also performed some miracles on this oak tree on top of the hill. So that's another objective. So we're both marching on to try and seize the objective.
Cross, seize the tree.
And if you have no units within 4 inches of an objective, then it's held by the other player if they've got a unit within 4 inches. And each objective will inflict 1 breakpoint on the enemy. So they can cancel each other out if we both hold 1 objective.
Do you want to take us through the Saxon?
Yep. So
forces?
I've got a unit of Fjord. I called out the Fjord because I was a bit worried by the amount of men you've got. So that's unit of 10. I've got my champion who's still around. He's on his own. I've got a unit of 4 warriors, a little mini unit. Unit of 5 elite. My character here is I think he's a level 2 or 3 character. I've got 5 slingers, skirmishers. I've got 6 bowmen, but they're just levy bowmen. I've got my warlord who's recovered from his hunting accident, although he's down by 1 wound forever now, with a war banner. I've got a unit of... Who are these guys? So I remember. They're my mercenaries, yes. So they're my mercenaries who are still around. I hired at the start of the campaign. Haven't done an awful lot so far. I've got a priest. I've got a unit of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11... No, 12, 2, 4... Yeah, 12 warriors in a big group. And then I've got a unit of 6 slinger skirmishers ready to climb up the hill and seize the cross.
Not going to let it fall into Viking hands.
It would be sacrilege.
Alright, I'll take you through the Viking forces. So I'll start over here. So I've got 6 javelin men. They're just levy javelins. I've got 6 Nordic bowmen skirmishers. Then I've got my war leader, Snorri.
I'm giving him my names.
They're not worthy of name. Then we've got a blob of 10 warriors. A 5-man unit of berserkers. My war leader and a war banner. So that's Redgar. Then we have 12 levy. And behind them 10 warriors. So some of my units do have fatigue because...
Oh yeah, you've marched.
I've forced my men to march quickly to the battlefield.
So I won the skirmish role. It's the skirmish role.
My elites haven't turned up.
Oh,
I've got a 5-man unit of elites who still haven't arrived on the battle, so hopefully they turn up pretty quick.
What about them?
But yeah, I'm very concerned about the horde of Anglo-Saxons.
Well, I have to name the characters now because you made me feel bad. Emily, I'm going to give this guy here with the purple cloak. He's my new character. He is Oswald.
Oswald.
Yeah, as I'm reading a book about.
Oswald Purple Coat.
Yeah, Oswald Purple Coat. what would be a good name for the champion? He's been around for ages. I really should
He
have named
has
him.
done quite well,
Yeah.
hasn't he?
So we've got my warlord who is called Leofric. I know that. I've given him a name.
Leofric the Maimed.
Yeah, no, he's Leofric the Crafty, the Strong. I'm going to call him... Can't think of an Anglo-Saxon name. I'm under pressure here.
Theodred.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. Well, yeah, okay. We'll have Theodred. Theodred the champion, and that's everything. So we did the pre-battle actions.
They were not a success for the Vikings.
No. So you started off by giving a rouse. Oh no, I started off, didn't I?
Yes.
So rather than doing any sort of speech giving or shouting, I just told my skirmishers to advance forward one action to get closer to the hill. You then gave a disastrous speech to your men.
I did. I was busy giving a speech and then noticed that there was men already seizing the hill and was like, oh dear, let's abandon that.
So then I gave another advance move to the skirmishers to get them even closer to the top of the hill. And you decided to intimidate my whole army with
a war cry
and banging and shouting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I obviously responded. There was lots of banging and crashing and shouting at each other.
And you made much more noise.
I made a
than
lot
me.
more noise than you for some reason. Even
well, you do have more men.
Yeah, but your reputation is pretty fearsome.
It is.
Mine isn't.
So, see, I don't think this half of my men heard the command to do the war cry.
Right.
They didn't hear my war leader.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, I beat you by rolling very high
Yes.
on the dice, and your men are even now quite intimidated. So
yes,
they've all
I have
got
lots of
more
fatigue, which is not ideal.
And then I started the battle.
Yes.
So now we're on to turn one.
So, at the start of my turn, I moved my warriors up the hill.
Through your levy?
Through my levy. My levy refused to move up the hill because they were too tired, so they've stayed behind.
Well, it's understandable.
And Ricky moved his slingers up, and they shot down into my warriors.
I got one.
And killed one. Oh, get a casualty, the first casualty.
Yeah, I didn't do any casualties.
I've run up the hill with my berserkers.
I didn't.
In
You
an
get
all-out
there.
attack. Yeah, so it was 13 inches. They've done a charge, and
Bold.
I have rolled for my attack 5 6s.
Which is an all-out attack. So you have 10 hits with two-handed axes on my poor skirmishers.
So they don't get any saves, do
No, they have no
So-
armor. They've used all their actions. They can't defend themselves. They're chopped into tiny, tiny, tiny pieces. Their blood is splattered all over the wall.
So it's been a bit of a massacre on top of the hill.
Yeah, that didn't go well for my guys. I didn't think you could get me.
Yeah, that was quite unexpected.
Oh, you do get -1 to hit for the wall, but you rolled 6s, so it's really irrelevant, really.
Right, let's add some more casualty. Well, end of turn one.
End of turn one.
Yeah. So quite a lot happened. So we'll start off the Saxon archers. The archers shot the berserkers and made them even more tired. And then you moved up. No, I moved up my levy.
Yep.
And they were within 4 of the cross.
So you're now contesting that objective.
So I'm contesting it. You moved your slingers up
Yeah, I didn't do
onto
anything.
the hill.
Yeah.
And I've got them in position. Then you moved up your Saxon warriors.
Yep.
And your
Levy.
And
Then my priest shouted encouragement at
God wills it.
Yeah, but they weren't impressed with that. That's no reaction. Moved up my general, so he's just behind. Where did you move yours?
I moved up Redgar, so that he was within range of my boys. And over here, I shouted many times at these warriors to move up.
They were very tired.
And they rested, and then they eventually did move up one. You moved up your Saxon elites
they
through
moved
the
up
valley.
through the gap in the hills, and then I moved up my commander. These guys just sat there, didn't do anything. And then I ran my levy up the hill. They're very excited to get to the top of the hill.
They have claimed the tree,
but they're quite tired.
the holy
now.
tree.
Yeah. And I think that was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I shouted at my javelin men to move.
Lots of ignoring.
Yeah,
They don't seem very keenly.
They're very tired, and they didn't have a very good speech.
No.
So.
And they were a bit intimidated by all my men shouting at them.
Yeah, they couldn't see your men the other side of the ridge.
Just
They
like
just heard.
But these guys seem quite keen. And then these guys seem very
the
keen.
Beserker as well. They're always keen. Let's just hope my elites turn up this turn.
It's quite a good position because you're behind that wall.
Well, that's what I thought. I need to try and take the wall, otherwise I've got no hope.
We did take the wall.
But it's whether or not I can hold the wall.
So now you've got to take a break test, haven't you? Because
you hold a
one,
tree, yes.
and that one's contested.
Yes.
So it's just, what's your best unit? It's the Berserkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you got to get 3 or more.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're not bothered that we've taken the tree. Turn 2. It was looking really good actually, because your guys are all quite tired. I'm getting the cross. I've taken the tree, but I've just lost the initiative by spending 3 command points and still not.
I jamily rolled a 5.
You won.
So
that puts you to react first, which could be pretty bad actually.
My elites did turn up, which is very nice. Although, I need to put the fatigue on. They started with 4 fatigue.
4 fatigue.
I'll just put a dice there.
Yeah. Oh, I got a darling.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be a tough turn actually, because you're going to go first, and it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm in we were just saying, I'm in a very tenuous position because quite a lot of my guys are tired, and we're about even, we worked out, didn't we, on the hill?
In close combat stuff.
But then you do have a lot of ranged units, which can...
It's a phone call!
Hello? God Wilson!
So we've had some action up on the hill.
Yeah, it's gone very wrong for the Saxons.
My berserkers
are going to Valhalla, I think.
In a bloodlust.
Yeah.
They charged out from behind the wall, no cowardly hiding from them.
Crashed into the levy.
They only killed 1 in their first attack.
Yeah, I managed to sort of defend myself quite well, but then the levy crumpled. They're still there. There's still 5 of them left.
I attacked again and killed 5 more.
You killed 6 levy on the hill, and my men are just about holding.
However, I'm now on 8. Is it or 9? Is it 9?
9 fatigue. Well, because of their battle frenzy, they don't get the casualties
till the end.
So
but their days are numbered.
Basically, your men are bleeding from many wounds from my guys, but they haven't realised that
they haven't realised they're bleeding.
Yeah, so they're going to start dropping at the end of the turn.
So they are at their moment facing the Saxon army by themselves.
They're doing pretty. To be fair, they're making a good bloody job of it.
But yeah, I think their days are numbered.
It's turn 2, and it's been quite a bit of killing going on.
It's been carnage.
First of all, my slingers came around the side, killed 5 of your levy. Your warriors then charged the slingers, killed all the slingers. So my leader, Leofric, charged into the berserkers, killed all the berserkers. The bowmen did nothing, they sat there. Levy did nothing because they're scared. I moved my leader over the wall here. I moved up and formed a shield wall in the valley with my elites, and you charged in with your warriors, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I killed 4 of yours, you killed 1 of mine, so I've sort of won that combat. These guys have moved up behind the elites. My farmers at the top of the hill did nothing. Got shot at and thrown at by javelins and archers, and I've lost 5, I think. So they're not in a good shape. I missed anything?
I think that's it.
Yeah. And I failed a break test, which wasn't good, so I suffered.
I also failed a break
test. Oh yeah, we
test.
both failed a break test, so it's pretty even.
Yes.
And no one controls that objective. No one controls this objective because you're within 4, aren't you?
I've just slid down the hill.
Yeah.
I think that's
it.
pretty much it, yeah.
Turn 3.
Turn 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit concerned.
So this is a bit of a disaster for the Saxons.
Carnage on the hill.
The shield wall's broken. I had some really poor rolling from the Saxon warriors.
You were very unlucky.
I was, but yeah, that's what happened. There's lots of corpses. The Saxon warriors are broken. My leader charged in and did nothing really.
Yeah, your leader charged my levy, forced them back.
Didn't even get a casualty on them.
No.
It's really not looking.
But then your warriors held up against my warriors, and then
yeah, but they just didn't do. I kept counter-attacking, and they didn't do any
it was
casualties.
like a couple of casualties each, wasn't it? And then my levy,
just absolutely
they
butchered
were
them.
clearly quite like annoyed at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I rolled like, was it 4 6s on an all-out attack?
Yeah.
So
8 hits, terrible, disaster.
I've taken the hill so far.
I think the hill's fallen now.
So yeah.
So this is a turn 3 recap. So lots has happened. My levy up here have run away after you've shot arrows and thrown spears at them. So you've claimed the tree. My elites here have managed to kill all your warriors. They're all dead, which is good. I managed to get my levy bowmen up, who shot arrows at your levy until they ran away. So they've gone, and your warriors are they're on 6 fatigue now, which isn't good.
They're a bit shattered.
And then the main development is Redgar has charged up the hill into my warlord, and now we're going to fight single combat outside in front of the cross. So
High stakes.
I think I'm in trouble.
I think I'm in trouble. It was too good an opportunity not to.
Yeah, it could be difficult.
But I've lost the middle, which is not good.
You've taken the tree.
I have taken the tree, but all I've got to hold the tree are some peasantry.
Yeah, but all my guys are exhausted.
Yeah, well, we've both taken a lot of casualties, so we're going to have to do a lot of break tests.
Yeah,
so.
I think this is going to be the final turn of the game.
Yeah.
Warriors of both sides litter the hillside. The ground dyed red with their blood. The outcome of the battle balances on a knife edge. Redgar suddenly spots the banner of Northumbria raised on the hilltop, and next to it, the Saxon warlord in his splendor.
Lurpack, face me!
Roared Redgar, the fires of his hatred quickly consuming him in its inferno. Snarling as the bloodlust descended upon him, Redgar stormed up the hill. All he could see before him was the Saxon warlord, a dead man. Leofric turned from the carnage of the hillside to see the Viking warlord thundering towards him. A giant of a man, growling like an animal, wielding a huge double-handed axe. The look in the Viking's eyes made Leofric's blood run cold. He hefted his shield, prayed to God for protection, and strode to meet the pagan monster.
So you're charging my warlord. What option are you going? You're doing all out
I'm
attack.
doing all out attack.
Thought you would.
I'm committing.
I am going to defend because I don't think I've got a chance of killing you. I just need to hang on, I think.
So I need to do these separately, don't I? So I'll
Yeah.
do 4 white dice for Redgar.
Yeah.
And 1 orange for the banner.
And your fatigue is not 1 at the minute, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, so you don't get any penalty.
Because he was on none, so...
Oh, no!
So I need 3?
Yeah, 3.
Rerolling 1s?
No, because he's not a combined arms unit.
Okay.
It's only units that get that.
So, 3 hits from Redgar.
3 hits.
One of them counts as 2.
Oh, because it's all out attack, so
And
4
he's
hits.
2-handed?
Yeah, so I still get to block, but my armour's pretty low. So I need 4s to block. I blocked all but 1. Yes,
Cool.
and
So-
armour for -1. So my armour is -3. So 4. I don't think I've got an armour, have I? Hang on. It's 4 plus at the minute, -2, so it's 6 plus.
6 plus.
Alright, to save the final one. Yeah, I don't save it, so he suffers a wound.
So he suffers a wound.
Yeah. And I've gone for defend, so that's my last action, and that's all your actions.
That was all
isn't it?
my actions.
So you're on 3 fatigue now.
Yeah.
And I get to fall back slightly. Down. I'll fall back this way actually. Away from you other guys.
Okay.
End of turn 3. So my warlord has survived with a wound from your warlord.
Bashed him a bit.
I moved my exhausted levy up through spears, but nothing really happened. I didn't hit anything. You moved your character up and threw a spear at my
Snorri threw a spear and failed to do anything.
That didn't do anything. So now I've got to take 5 break tests.
Well, you've suffered 40 casualties,
And you hold the tree.
I hold the holy tree.
So if I fail 2, my
What do
force
you need to roll?
3s because I've still got me elite.
Right.
So if I fail 2 of these, I run away. I failed 1, so it's just a morale test from the entire army, and you've got
I need to pass 3.
3. Same again.
Yeah.
You run!
I
You
run
run!
Disaster.
It was just too much for the Vikings. It was just too much.
So
Wow.
the game ends.
Victory for the bloody victory for the. I don't know if I can call it a victory. It was so costly.
Redgar brought his axe down in a devastating blow, shattering Leofric's shield and mangling the arm underneath. He raised his axe for the killing blow as Leofric fell before him. Suddenly, horns sounded across the hillside. Snapped from his bloodlust, Redgar looked up to see his few men retreating from the hilltop. He roared his anger as the Saxons moved up to protect their warlord. With no other option, Redgar followed his men, leaving the hill in Saxon hands. There was no cheering from the victors. Their fellow men lay dead or dying across the costly hills. Too many warriors had fallen, too many.